morning guys, and welcome to today's video. So we're finally getting back to the Mustang and we're going to start putting some stuff back together. So this is the PA Performance Alternator returned from PA Performance after their fresh rebuild. So what they did was they put on a new rendition pulley. This is the old one right here. They said they were seeing some belt slip, and you can kind of see that in here. There's some, the black is from the belt, I guess. And then they threw in new bearings and a new voltage regulator, which, oh, there we go. So this whole area right in here is the voltage regulator that it plugs into, and that's new as well. So that should take care of the issues. They said that when they tested it, they noticed some inconsistencies of voltage as well as I did, which is good. It means there was probably an issue with this. I'm going to go ahead and read off exactly what they said, but it's cost me about 60 bucks, which is not bad at all. Basically, so they said, noticed a fair amount of belt slip. Unit did run a little noisy and the voltage did jump around a little bit. Replaced the voltage regulator and bearings until now. Unit now runs quiet and voltage is steady. Also upgraded the pulley to the latest revision. Replaced voltage regulator, DE and SRE bearings, no charge. Pretty legit. We're gonna go ahead and get this thrown on the car. We're also throwing a fresh set of spark plugs in there. I'm curious to see how the old ones look. I've had a weird issue with water getting in the back two plug holes, I guess, so I'm curious if that happened as well. And then gonna be getting one of our exhaust pieces back on. I'm still waiting on the other one to actually get back. I had a wideband sensor welded into it by a good buddy of mine. His Instagram is right there. He's also the dude I raced a while ago with the ZL1. Badass car, cammed out, sounds gnarly. So go check him out. Start the car right now, obviously, and what we got down here is basically where the alternator goes, so it hangs out right in that spot, and the only way to get to it really is to go underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and basically do reverse of what I did last video at the car and put it back together. So I'm going to throw you guys on time lapse, and we're going to get this thing back where she belongs. Don't forget, put in your two top alternator bolts before trying to get this bottom one in. Totally forgot to do that. Just had to pull it off, put it back on again. Alternator's back on, the belt is on, all looks pretty good there. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into these spark plugs next. And if you haven't done spark plugs on a GT500, all you gotta do is remove these valve covers. So we got one here, not valve covers, sorry, this I don't know, it's like a cover for the valve cover, but it basically covers up all the spark and all that other crap. So we're gonna move this one, and then we got one on that side to remove. We gotta pop off our intake and intake tube. And once all that's off, we can go ahead and pop out, well, I'll show you what's going on. This is what's underneath your spark plug cover, and as you can see, I don't know if you can tell right there, that grommet is what's supposed to keep water out. And let's find out real quick when we pull this off, if it did it or not. Get this out of the way. All right. Nope, I heard it. Oh, maybe it did, I don't know. But definitely had water on there in the past. Throw a paper towel on there just to make sure nothing else is going on. But pop each of these out. And just like that, all our spark plugs are down in there. So let's go ahead and pop them out and see what they look like. These are all the plugs on the driver's side, and I mean, there's a little dirt in the threads from coming up the path, but it's actually, these things look pretty minty. So the biggest thing I've noticed on these plugs is occasionally they'll start to have blow by around the ceramic, and you can tell because it'll be a very bad yellowing that'll start at the base and work its way up. I'll throw in a picture of my last set. and that's usually when I change them out. However, I mean, the electrode looks good, the plug looks almost brand new still. So, I mean, they've only been in here for about 1,000 miles, maybe 1,500 miles. So these things, probably, honestly, I'm just gonna throw them back in. These things all look great. I don't see any issues with any of them. We'll check out the passenger side just to make sure that our no issues continue. But like, all in all, these things, I mean, they look really good. So we're just gonna clean up the threads real quick and we'll throw them right back in. I don't see a reason to change these out right now. Plugs are out on this side now, and this is kind of that blow by I was talking about. You can see a little bit on this one. So it's still not terribly bad, but it is definitely noticeable. This plug looks really weird. The actual inside facing part is just fine. Let's see if we can get the light. Looks like you got some of that water and dirt in there that I was talking about. It must have dried up already, but looks like some got on the threads when it was coming out. So it is what it is, nothing too crazy. This one, same thing. I mean, these plugs look pretty much brand new for the most part. And then same here, not bad. So these actually do have a little bit of that blow by. Again, not too bad. I'm going to be changing these out in the spring, so they're good to go back in for now, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. Everything's back together. Let's just making sure my belts are lined up and everything. All looks good. So let's go ahead and start this thing open headers. Screw it, let's see how it sounds. Holy shit. Thing's freaking loud as crap. Alright, that's enough of that. Jesus. Okay. I think we might have to do cutouts at some point in the future here. Good Lord, that sounded fucking amazing. Oh, that's so good. Alright, but yep, looks like nothing flew off or anything. We should be good. So let's go ahead and get the one half of that exhaust on there, and then I gotta wait for that other one to come in before I can finish off, well, really everything. So that was outstanding. So what we have here, this is the passenger side of the exhaust, so just have the 102 sensor. The new one, when it comes back, you have another 02 sensor bung for the wideband. I wanted to see if I could polish this up a little bit. I did. I got there and there. The rest of it looks like that, but honestly, I'm never gonna go under here, and it really didn't last that long, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But I just wanted to see, it was kind of cool that you could get some polish back into this stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shove it back under there, and this is gonna be fun because it's very tight, but we'll get it on. This is on my epic fail trying to get that thing back in. What we're gonna try here, this is called a tailpipe extender, and should be the right size. We're going out to Harbor Freight to grab this to give it a shot. And we're gonna try and see if this doesn't help we get that pipe in. So let's see if it works. Holy cow. So if you haven't picked up one of these and you're trying to put tailpipes back together, that tool worked out amazing. So this thing slid right back in. Trying to get that out was an absolute nightmare. I don't know what the heck, something was just not lined up right. But as you can see, it's back together, and this side's done. So now all we gotta do is wait for this pipe to get back, and we'll be able to put this thing all the way together and see how it goes. guys, that sounded so good I had to go ahead and get one more clip that you just heard now. And that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. I'm still waiting on the exhaust piece to get back in. Once that gets back, we'll see how it sounds with no cats. And pretty much just the MagnaFlow Outlaws, and it'll be a good time. So if you like the videos and like what you're seeing, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.